Live from the Grenadian capital, this is the GBN television news. GBN covering you from the Grenadine Island chain to Brooklyn, New York via the World Wide Web on www.gbn.gd. The news headlines comes to you compliments Nexa Credit Union, with you wherever your road leads.
This is Network News for Friday, May the 30th, 2025. I'm Stasia Blake. In the headlines tonight, Tropical Storm Alvin forms, heightening hurricane season preparations. Mary G's vessel set sail for Grenada after resolving issues in Venezuela. New directors elected to Grenada Cooperative Nutmeg Association Board. And in regional news, Barbados students told to proceed with U.S. study plans. Internationally, cholera outbreak in Sudan claims over 90 lives in 3 days. Coming up in sports, Knicks avoid elimination, extend series to a Game 6, while Anderson and Linden to compete this weekend. Details right after this message.
The first segment of the news comes to you compliments Soft Weave Bathroom Tissue.
Have you heard about the new Soft Weave bathroom tissue with total hygiene? As hygiene and safety have taken center stage, our bathroom tissue is now manufactured with 3 different technologies to offer the best protection for you and your family. UVC light technology for a safe and effective disinfection process, eliminating 99.9% of microorganisms. Also, production at high temperatures, killing all types of germs and bacteria. And it's pH controlled with delicate fibers to prevent irritation for even sensitive skin. Soft Weave Total Hygiene Bathroom Tissue, available in supermarkets and shops island-wide. Visit Soft Weave Caribbean Facebook or Instagram pages for more information.
Good evening. This is GBN's News at 7. Tropical Storm Alvin became the first named storm of the 2025 Atlantic hurricane season after forming on Thursday. Its early arrival aligns with the forecasts that predicted an above-normal season this year, heightening the urgency for preparations across the region. As the official start of the hurricane season approaches on Sunday, the National Disaster Management Agency, NADMA, has been intensifying its efforts. Kathy Ann James, head of the Shelter Management Committee at NADMA, explained that preparations for 2025 have been deeply informed by the challenges and lessons from last year, particularly those brought by Hurricane Beryl.
One of the lessons learned is that we always have to be prepared and not wait until we hear that something is coming to react. So even from now, as the season is right upon us, we should have at least learned some lessons from last year and say to ourselves, my little bag must be packed with all of the essentials for up to 72 hours, where I can, if something is coming, I can pull and I can go. I must know where my shelter is. We must be able to identify all shelter managers for all our, especially our primary shelters, so that in case something is happening, we know definitely that we have to go out there and open up these places. So we had to do what we'll call our assessment of what we had based on last year, and to see if we can still use these shelters, or we have to bring on new ones on board.
Dr. Terrence Walters, disaster coordinator at NADMA, said Hurricane Beryl taught them how to respond better to a Category 4 hurricane.
Okay, so that experience with Hurricane Beryl taught the entire staff quite a number of things, and so the staff can now say we have the experience of responding to a Category 4 hurricane, and there are things that we saw, there are things that we learned, because all of the staff, I must say, okay, all of the staff except save one person were new to responding to a hurricane. In addition to that, a Category 4 hurricane. All right.
After days of being stranded on Margarita Island, the Mary G vessel has departed Venezuela and is now en route back to Grenada. Rena Pierre-Thomas has the latest update.
After several tense days stranded on Margarita Island in Venezuela, the Mary G is finally on its way back home. The Ministry of Foreign Affairs confirmed that the Mary G vessel is finally on its way to Grenada, having departed Margarita on Thursday. Its departure followed successful negotiations to address the port fees and clearance issues that had delayed its return. Foreign Affairs Minister Joseph Andel told GBN that his ministry worked closely with Venezuelan authorities and the crew to facilitate the vessel's departure.
I think it shows the importance of having good neighbor relationship with those of us who inhabit the same geographical space. It's good to have clear lines of communication. But I think, moreover, we need to work with all of our neighbors to ensure that incidents like the one that just happened there do not get to a point that needs that level of negotiation, because it is just a matter of time before another Grenadian ship or Trinidadian or Vincentian vessel ends up in the territorial waters of another country by act. So it is important that we have clear lines of communication and we set up protocols among ourselves to deal with these unfortunate situations when they will inevitably occur.
The Mary G, which typically operates along the Grenada-Trinidad maritime route, experienced engine failure on May 22nd while returning from Trinidad. The mechanical breakdown caused the vessel to drift into Venezuelan waters, where it was eventually towed to safety and docked at Margarita Island. Minister Andel underscored the importance of having a good relationship with neighboring countries.
I think it shows the importance of having good neighbor relationship with those of us who inhabit the same geographical space. It's good to have clear lines of communication. But I think, moreover, we need to work with all of our neighbors to ensure that incidents like the one that just happened there do not get to a point that needs that level of negotiation, because it is just a matter of time before another Grenadian ship or Trinidadian or Vincentian vessel ends up in the territorial waters of another country by act. So it is important that we have clear lines of communication and we set up protocols among ourselves to deal with these unfortunate situations when they will inevitably.
As for now, no official time has been disclosed, but the crew is expected to reach Grenada's shores in the coming hours. Rena Pitt Thomas, GBN News.
A Nigerian official in Grenada is hopeful that Grenadians may soon have direct flight services to some African countries. Christina John reports.
Flying from the Caribbean to Africa has long been a challenge due to limited direct flights, multiple stopovers, often in the U.S. or Europe, long travel times, possible transit visa requirements, and few airline options connecting both regions. It would be a good thing if the Grenada government can explore having a direct flight service from Grenada to African countries. The words of Dr. Mabwe Mashat, Secretary of the Nigerian community in Grenada, as he addressed the audience attending Sunday's observance of All African Liberation Day celebration in Grenada.
Having a straight flight from Nigeria to Grenada would enable people from Grenada visit the homeland, learn about our cultures, right? Meet our people, understand, the real troubles that are going on the ground, not what is sold on the media and all.
Dr. Mashat applauded the leadership of CARICOM for the bold step in that direction.
Amen was saying he's never been to Africa. Possibly one of the reasons because the cost of transportation is a lot. You have to get a visa to either the UK or the US. You have to, or Germany. You have to fly to that location before you fly to Africa, if you have the money. If you have to go through this long route, more expensive. It will cost you nothing like that, less than 10 to 12,000 EC. Today, I am again applauding the leadership of CARICOM and the Caribbean, because Trinidad and Tobago now have a direct flight from Lagos to Trinidad and Tobago. That is going to cut down, yes, that's decolonization. That's going to cut down the cost of transportation by more than 1/5. Again, there's a straight flight from Nigeria to Jamaica. That is another decolonization. Looking forward to having a time. I hope it's going to be when I'm alive. The Grenadian government is also going to, continue the integration like they've started. They are doing a good job, right? Bringing in Dangote and all. This is integration. This is decolonization, if you ask me.
Mashat cited the visit of Aliko Dangote to Grenada in February as holding powerful symbolic and practical significance in terms of decolonization, particularly in fostering economic self-determination and Afro-Caribbean solidarity.
Seeing your leader, the current Prime Minister, always putting on African traditional dress, almost 90% of the time. Every time he wears his white shirt, right, you could see that it's an African dress. It is in its own a form of protest. And I encourage him to continue. He doesn't have to say a word, but that is speaking a lot. Dangote, Aliko Dangote was here a few moments ago. He is one Pan-Africanist, a person who is pro-Africa and black people entirely. Most of the oil wells in Nigeria, my country today, are owned by Shell. They are owned by Ajib, multinational companies. This is the first time we're having a national, an African, owning a refinery that in its own is decolonialization. He's coming here. He came here some months ago. He's coming here again in July. That is some form of reconnection.
Christina John, GBN News.
The Grenada Cooperative Nutmeg Association, GCNA, has announced the election of 6 new directors to its board following the annual general meeting held on Thursday. The newly appointed directors are Marvin Andall, Wayne George, William Thompson, Matthew Williams, Ashley Cummings, and Mrs. Helen Williams. These individuals will serve on the board for the term July 2025 to June 2026. The association's 139th biannual statutory general meeting took place on Thursday at the Nutmeg Museum in Bolio, St. George. In attendance were Chairman Wayne George and Isaac Bagwan, Permanent Secretary of the Ministry of Agriculture. The meeting's agenda centered on assessing the health of the organization and making decisions aimed at ensuring its sustainable future. It also provided a platform for farmers to raise concerns with the hope of securing solutions from both the association and the government. This is news at 7. Coming up, Grenada raises EC $20 million on regional government securities market. Stay with us.
Grenada, it's time to give praise while having fun and extraordinary family time. As PAWI, P-A-W-I, Grenada District presents Sports and Family Fun Day, Saturday, May 31st, 2025. Lassa Just Playing Field in St. David. It's going to be an exciting day filled with athletics, cricket, football, dominoes, cards, draft, and many more. There's always amazing deals. Flea market will be available together with a variety of eats and drinks on sale. Activity starts at 10 a.m., 10 in the morning, and goes until 6 p.m. Come out and be part of this wonderful day of fellowship as PAWI, Grenada District Sports and Family Fun Day. Saturday, 31st May. Don't miss out.
Do you have multiple loan payments? Is your debt weighing you down? Ariza has the solution. Simplify your loan with Ariza's Simplify Loan promotion. Now you can combine all your payments into one easy, manageable loan. Enjoy lower interest rates, flexible repayment terms, and more cash in hand for what truly matters. Less stress, more freedom. Live comfortably while reaching your financial goals. Ariza helps you simplify your life because you deserve financial freedom. Apply now. Visit any Ariza branch or WhatsApp us at 423-4987.
Our world is filled with rhythm. Rhythm that's unapologetic, infectious, timeless. Rhythm is commitment in action. It's how we show up for each other with unrelenting support that goes the distance. Rhythm Rhythm lives in the tiny beats of our most intimate moments and the seismic roars of our biggest achievements. Rhythm is resilience in motion. So even when things go out of sync, we do what it takes to bring the rhythm back. At Flow, we understand your rhythm because we live it. That's why we're dedicated to building a network as resilient as you, with a team of familiar faces working every day to keep you on beat. You're at the heart of everything we do, and our commitment is to keep your rhythm flowing, no matter what.
Attention all divers, snorkelers and underwater enthusiasts. Effective May 15th, 2025, all visitors to the renowned Mullinair Underwater Sculpture Park will be required to pay a small fee of US $3.50 or EC $10 per person. These fees are essential to support the ongoing maintenance and repairs of the sculptures, as well as the development of new features to ensure the park remains a world-class attraction. Payment can be made through the Grenada Tourism Authority's online payment portal, available on the Pure Grenada website, www.puregrenada.com. We thank you for your support in enhancing this extraordinary underwater product. This announcement is brought to you by the Grenada Tourism Authority and the Ministry of Tourism, dedicated to protecting and conserving Grenada's resources for the enjoyment of all.
Climate change is real. Storms are getting stronger and droughts are lasting longer. Are you prepared for what's ahead? At Grenada Cooperative Bank Limited, we want to help you protect your investments. Build for the future with a BFF loan. Make climate-smart upgrades and strengthen your home to withstand nature's unpredictability. Get 100% financing to build or purchase a home or make additions to your existing structure. Enjoy discounts on related loan fees and special benefits when you choose climate-resilient solutions. We are also offering financing of up to $50,000 unsecured for your home upgrades. Invest in renewable energy, energy-efficient appliances, water storage, and so much more. The time is now to ensure your investments can withstand climate change. Invest in your home, protect your family, and secure your future with a BFF loan. You have a BFF in Co-op Bank. Visit our website for more details. Terms and conditions apply.
Welcome home. Project Music presents Rhythms of Spice. Sunday, June 1st, 3 p.m., Comahan Park. Featuring student performances Alpha One, Cool Jazz Band, Co-op Band Comancheros, Lion Pride Percussions. Project Music with Tira Etienne, Shireen Brizan, Jeremy Hector, Javon Andrew, and Sonika McKee. With special guests, Hickson from St. Lucia. Get your tickets $60 on sale at Grenadian Optical, Art and Soul, Gittins Pharmacy, Grenville, and Goto Fed. More at the door. Children 12 and under free. Rhythms of Spice, Sunday, June 1st, 3 p.m., Comahan Park. Sponsors Co-op Bank, Renwick & Thompson, Hubbard's, Baron Foods, Inter-Caribbean, True Blueberry Resort, Acado Grenada, Gabriel's Rentals, Andrews Construction, Supreme Sounds, DJ Danny, GBN, Boss FM, and Real FM. Absolutely no vending.
It happens to all of us. Low on cash and in need of money right away. Play Instacash Monday to Sunday and there are no draws.
So what you saying? No numbers to choose from?
Nope.
And no draw sessions to wait on?
Nope.
And we can play it anytime and any day?
Yep. Including Sundays. Instacash. Ask for it by name and choose from a wide variety of games as low as $2 and win instantly. It is fast, it is easy to play, and you win cash right away. Must be 18 years or older to play. NLA, making your dreams come true.
Home is easy, easy with Republic Bank.
Are you dreaming of owning your own home? With Republic Bank's Home Easy Loan, you're one step closer to making that dream a reality. With competitive rates, reduced fees, and up to 100% financing, Republic Bank makes owning your home simple and stress-free. Start your journey to independence, empowerment, and the joy of home ownership today.
Republic Bank, we're bringing home to you. Home easy. It's not just a mortgage, it's peace of mind.
Terms and conditions apply.
Republic Bank, we're the one for you. Sporting fans, ready yourselves for the most anticipated Winston-Tide games, June 7th and 8th at the Kirani James Athletic Stadium. Come support our athletes as they compete with some of the region's best in the field events and on the tracks. Save the date, June 7th and June 8th, Winston-Tide games at the Kirani James Athletic Stadium. Stay tuned for more info. Winston-Tide game 2025.
GBN leads, the others follow. This segment is brought to you by Republic Bank.
Building or renovating your home or business? Why not use clean, renewable energy? Install solar panels to power your home and office and see your energy costs go down and your savings go up. Using renewable solar-powered energy protects our environment, reduces our carbon footprint, and slows the devastating impact of climate change. Republic Bank can help to finance construction and renovations that make use of renewable energy. Visit any Republic Bank branch and ask about renewable energy financing options today.
Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
Welcome back. The government of Grenada successfully raised $20 million on the regional government securities market on May 30th, 2025. The funds were secured through a 91-day Treasury bill auctioned on the Eastern Caribbean Securities Exchange Primary Market Platform, or ECSE. The auction utilized a competitive uniform price methodology, resulting in a discount rate of 3.46972%. This marks the first tranche of Grenada's planned $105 million fundraising efforts for 2025, which includes $60 million through 91-day Treasury bills and $45 million through 365-day Treasury bills. It's a musical showcase that has stood the test of time. Now, in its 17th year, the Rhythms of Spice concert returns this Sunday, June 1st, to Cameroon Park in Grand Anse. Nisha Paul has the details.
17 years strong and still growing, the Rhythms of Spice concert continues to blend education with entertainment, giving young musicians a professional platform while exposing audiences to a rich and diverse musical experience. The event is hosted by Project Music under the leadership of veteran musician and educator Matthias Williams. The weekend of activities kicks off with a masterclass music workshop on Saturday, May 31st at the Teacher Education Department of the T.A. Marichaud Community College, TAMCC. The workshop will offer hands-on training in voice, guitar, bass, drums, saxophone, and more with expert facilitators from both Grenada and St. Lucia. Then on Sunday, June 1st, all roads lead to Cameroon Park for the 2025 Rhythms of Spice concert, beginning at 3 p.m.
We start with young musicians. There's a student performance hour, so we encourage persons to come down on Sunday, June 1st, but come for 3 p.m. to give support to the young ones, you know. We continue the local presentation with a band called Cool Jazz. There's Alpha One. There's a percussion group called Lion Pride Percussions. Then there's Quad Bank Comancheros. Jeremy Hector will be doing a couple pieces there too. We have several persons performing with Project Music. They include Miss Shirin Brazan, Miss Jaquinia Christopher, Miss Tira Etienne Mark, Javon Andrew on Pan, Sanaika McKee, a popular household name in Grenada, is also performing with Project Music. And then we close off with Mr. Boo.
World-renowned St. Lucian guitarist Ronald Boo Hinson is among the headline acts.
Known for his unique fusion of jazz and soca, Hinson is no stranger to Grenadian stages.
And happy to be back in Grenada again. I've carefully chosen my playlist for this concert. So I'm going to do stuff that people can connect to pretty easily. Music that is pretty palatable, but still has some content. Well, I prefer to play most of my own music because I became known because of recording my own music, but I know Caribbean people like some familiarity, and it does help me to connect. So I probably do one or two cover songs, but by and large, I'll be doing my own music.
He also had words of encouragement for aspiring young musicians.
They practice seriously, believe in themselves, stay away from the drugs, because it's a lot of myth about the musicians, and you do drugs and you become part of the whole thing. So I want to advise them to keep away from that, but to practice hard, practice every day, and master your craft, because there's room for everybody to succeed, But it requires a lot of discipline, and it requires a lot of focus and commitment. It's not a thing you can have one foot in and one foot out and expect to enjoy any measure of success. You have to be really committed to this thing.
From the classroom to the concert stage, Rhythms of Spice promises a full weekend of mentorship, mastery, and music. Reporting for GBN News, I am Nisha Paul.
Flow Grenada has unveiled its highly anticipated summer rhythm promotion, offering customers the opportunity to win fantastic prizes. Details of the exciting campaign are shared by Rena Pierre-Thomas.
As the summer season heats up, Flow Grenada is turning up the vibes with the launch of its summer rhythm promotion, giving prepaid, postpaid, and broadband customers the chance to win a range of exciting prizes. The campaign, which kicked off this week, aimed to reward local customers while keeping them connected throughout the summer month. Whether you topping up, paying your bills, or signing up for a new service, customers across all platforms have multiple ways to qualify for the giveaways. Flow Grenada says the promotion is part of its commitment to giving back to its customers and spreading the joy of the season.
Your points are going to go into different segments. So we have gold, we have silver, we have diamond, and we have bronze. And the higher the plan that you activate, you get a chance to win more. So you can win drink packets, you can win grocery vouchers, you can win gas vouchers, and you can also get more data.
So you're able to get up to $500 in rewards when you do new business with us, if it is that you add your mobile to your internet. But you also have the opportunity to get 50% off every month on your mobile bill once you add it to your internet account. It doesn't get better than that.
We're giving you 50% off every month when you sign up for postpaid and join it with your broadband package, and we're giving you up to $500 in groceries. Mix it however way you want. It could be groceries, it could be event tickets, and you are going to have a rhythm-filled summer with Flow.
Customers are encouraged to stay tuned to Flow's social media page and website for updates on how to enter and win. The company notes that the summer rhythm promotion is not just about winning, it's also about celebrating connectivity, music, and community throughout Grenada. Rena Thomas, GBN News.
Grenada's Anglican teachers gathered for their annual GATA convention, stepping away from classrooms to renew their mission and their faith. Details in this report from Beverly Telesford.
Scores of teachers took time away from the classroom on Thursday as the Grenada Anglican Teachers Association, GATA, held its annual convention at the St. George's Anglican Church under the theme, Anchored in Christ, Teaching with Conviction, Advancing the Anglican Mission. The convention is held annually on the same day as the Feast of the Ascension, the day dedicated to when Jesus Christ ascended bodily into heaven in the presence of the apostles. The day falls on the 40th day after Easter, always on Thursday. Shireen Laborde Julian, president of the Grenada Grenada Anglican Teachers Association relayed to GBN the importance of the convention.
This event, it means a lot to us as teachers. It actually helps us to connect with each other, enhance our spirituality, and to promote the Anglican vision and mission. The theme says, anchored in Christ. So when we return to the classroom, we will be better equipped to handle situations.
Alina Roberts, a teacher at the St. Giles Anglican School and a member of the executive body of the GATA, said the aim is to go back into the classrooms with renewed focus.
So these conventions, I view them as being very important because as teachers, we not just focus on our academics, but we also focus on building our spiritual lives. And we know life has been so very challenging in and out of the classroom. So I see these conventions as a booster, as a refresher in our spiritual lives to help us to cope with our students and our day-to-day activities.
The media was invited to cover the convention for the first time this year. Reporting for GBN News, Beverly Telesford.
Biological pest control yields positive results for Grenada's farmers. More news to come. Stay with us.
Heritage Theatre presents Breaking Out, the Grenada Love Story, featuring Robert White and Lisa Grappi, written and directed by Chris DeRiggs.
But I still love you, Richie.
You love me and you're hard in me. 4 big performances, Saturday 24th and Sunday 25th May at the Grenada Trade Center, Saturday 31st May and Sunday 1st June at Deluxe Cinema in Grenville. Showtime 7 p.m. sharp.
He's the love of my life, Auntie. You have to marry a man for other things besides love, child.
Get your tickets at Mitchell's Pharmacy in Grand Anse, Gittins Health and Wellness Wall Street, Gabriel's Pharmacy Pedmata, St. David Pharmacy, St. Andrew Pharmacy, Art and Soul Boutique at Spiceland Mall, 3B's Shoe Store, and GoToFed.com. Breaking Out. Come out and enjoy Grenadian theater at its best.
This ad complements Classic Lighting Caribbean.
2 of Calypso's powerhouse, Big J and Sour Supper are launching for 2025. Calypso Power Launch on Saturday, June 7th at the Lassages Had Court in St. David from 8 p.m. featuring Calypso, Toka Kaiso, and X-Tempo. Come hear Big J's new offerings for 2025. Plus Sour Supper celebrating 20 years this year. Plus Junior Monarch Morty, Royalty, Shabak, Calypso Monarch Innocent, The Great King Darius, Squeezy, Smallies, and more. All backed by the Heatwave Band with MC Senator. Early bird tickets are $30. General admission $40. Available at Lixon Bikes, Grenadian Optical, St. David's Pharmacy, and Jew at Lotto in Grenville. Sponsored by Cocoa Breeze Bar, Hanky's Grenada, Kiske, Chopstick, A-Bun Distributors, Tyrrell Bay Express, Paddy's Shipping, Wagiti Rental, and Dana's Tasty Food. Endorsed by the Spice Mass Corporation.
Hi, I want $10 on Playway, $20 backup on Pick 3, and cash for each, please. Okay, are you adding Multi-X to your bet? Yes, Multi-X, all of them. Smart. Best value bet. Backup and Multi-X, you cannot go wrong. Don't matter the bet, Multi-X all of the daily games.
With Multi-X added, your winnings can be multiplied 3 times, 5 times, even 7 times. So make it a rule. Add Multi-X to all your Playway, daily Pick 3, and daily cash for bets every day and for every drop, and watch your money grow. Available at stores and online.
You heard it here. Multiply your winnings daily. Must be 18 or older to play. NLA, making your dreams come true.
Grenada, the road to greatness continues. Catch the senior men's national team live at the Karani James Athletic Stadium for 2 thrilling football clashes. Saturday, May 31st, it's a fiery international friendly as Grenada takes on Anguilla, just $20 admission. Then on Wednesday, June 4th, it's our FIFA World Cup qualifier versus the Bahamas, $25 admission. Both matches kick off at 7 p.m. sharp. Come dressed, come loud, come proud. Style your national team, bring your posters, and show the world you are the 12th man. Let's pack the stadium, flood the stands, and roar together. Get your tickets now at the official GFA ticket outlets, GoToFed.com, or at the gate. Let's stand proud with Team Grenada. One island, one team, one goal.
Megaforce promotes
Promotions is celebrating 25 years of bingo, and that calls for a huge celebration. So we're having a massive $120,000 cash and prizes mega bingo. Sunday, June 1st, the Kirani James Athletic Stadium car park comes alive. Get ready for big giveaways like free airline tickets, hotel day pass, supermarket shopping vouchers, free spa treatment, hello relaxation, and 300 free bingo t-shirts. Look out for live band music. Tickets are just $60 for one or $100 for two. We've got free buses island-wide, so no excuses. Even Granny can attend. Don't stick. Organize your crew for this massive event. Sunday, June 1st, Mega Force 25th Anniversary Mega Bingo is on.
ATB's me, start, manage, expand. Don't call me small. I'm dreaming big. I'm gonna have it all. ATB's me, start, manage, expand. They came along like competition, got the whole bag's attention. ATB, best financial solution. My business has a good reputation. Ready for success? Call us at 444-4919 or visit us at acbonline.com to learn more. Start, manage, expand your business today.
How many times do I have to tell you I'm committed to us?
She made me feel some measure of warmth, maybe even passion.
If I decide to do this, I'll be doing it for you, no one else.
Labukan presents Rivals, playing at Labukan Creative Center, GCNA Complex, all weekends in May, Saturdays 8 p.m., Sundays 6 p.m. Tickets from Grenadian Optical, Labukan, and GoToFet at $75. Sponsors Brighton & Miners Limited, Knights Auto, Sandals, GBN, Republic Bank, Trios Auto, Coop Bank, and Huggins. It's Rivals by Francis Urias Peters. Don't you miss it.
You break a come back, boy. You break a come back.
Yeah, everybody. Yeah, fully 1 week. Nah, telling you. You them boss, dragon. Hello. You see that? About 10, let them make a hard day, man. Me a 38, man. But you man 92. Yeah. You need the number one run, man. That is it. No what? Nice. Yeah. Look number one. Yeah, me too, man.
Whether sipped neat, mixed into a classic cocktail, or savored on the rocks, our rum delivers a taste that captivates and satisfies. Choose greatness. Choose Classcoat, the number one rum. Produced by the Grenada Distillers Limited.
This is GBN. We've got the means, the power, and the medium. This segment is brought to you by Flow.
Our world is filled with rhythm. Rhythm that's unapologetic, infectious, timeless. Rhythm is commitment in action. It's how we show up for each other with unrelenting support that goes the distance. Rhythm lives in the tiny beats of our most intimate moments and the seismic roars of our biggest achievements. Rhythm is resilience in motion. So even when things go out of sync, we do what it takes to bring the rhythm back. At Flow, we understand your rhythm because we live it. That's why we're dedicated to building a network as resilient as you, with a team of familiar faces working every day to keep you on beat. You're at the heart of everything we do, and our commitment is to keep your rhythm flowing, no matter what.
Biological agents in pest control resulted in successful yields. That's according to feedback from farmers and agriculture officials. Christina John reports.
The Ministry of Agriculture's Pest Management Unit has successfully trialed biological agents in the Pearl St. Andrew area. This environmentally friendly approach targets leaf hoppers, a pest that became relevant after Hurricane Beryl. 4 biological forms of control were shared with farmers by the unit. However, only one has been used thus far. This effort aims to promote environmentally friendly alternatives to harsh chemicals, which are known to pose risks to human health and the environment. Farmers Brendan James and Terry Evans, who have used biological agents, spoke positively about their effectiveness, noting significant yield improvements.
After the hurricane,
especially the okra. We were faced with a kind of yellow leaf, and the production was limited. And there's evidence of an old field there where I came in and I received the biopesticide. And this field here I can't complain. And then I have a field up on top, and I receive a good yield from it, and then the extended period, which is important. And then I have a young field now, which you can look at that and now thing, and I've been spraying it, using it, and I find it working a little, Yeah. And then what it so happened to, like during the field, like when the field getting old, you saw plenty fly in your face when you're going through the field. But now I haven't seen that around. I believe it's the way forward, the way to go.
I used it about 3 times, and I got very good control. But on the next side now, I don't really like to spray that much, so then it start coming back a lot again. But in terms of these products, I feel that's the best I ever used. Only this I've been using. I used it 3 times, 10-day interval, and I got good control.
Francis Noel, Pest Management Officer, is keen to see all farmers adopt the more environmentally friendly options.
We decided that we're going to do the trials with them and see if it's going to make a difference. And based on what we would have seen on both farms today, the farmers was able to attest to the results and what they would have seen, and the increased yields, and they have been able to plant new crops even alongside the older crops that are infested, and it's growing nicely. It's a lot of production. They are seeing increased yields from the production compared to before they started doing the treatment. But in any event, we still have the botanicals like the Bioneem, the Nimex, the Neomectin, Q, Admired. These are insecticides that are certified to be used, that can be used in organic systems. So you can use these in cases where you have, you need to bring down the population of pests very quickly.
The main product used is BioCatch, with additional options such as BioCure B and BioCure F, all containing naturally occurring organisms concentrated to combat pests and diseases. While these products are deemed safe, Noel advises farmers on the proper disposal of container after use.
Disposal have to be done with responsibility because they are toxic to fishes, they are also toxic to bees, so we have to make sure that we spray all in the morning and late in the evening to prevent, harming the bees, and dispose of it properly so that we don't affect the fishes. So rivers and lakes, that's a no-no. If you have any leftover from spraying, you dig a hole in the ground and you empty it, or you just repeat sprays until you would have exhausted the residues in your equipment. When you clean your equipment, you also have to be mindful where you're going to pour your run of water, because you don't want to get it into the drains or into rivers and ponds and stuff like that.
The Pest Management Unit plans to extend trials to cucumbers and celery and welcomes other farmers interested in participating. Christina John, GBN News.
Stay with us. We'll have sports and international news right after the break.
When you need your prescription filled or you require non-prescribed medication, supplements, or all your personal needs, visit Gittins Healthcare at locations on Wall Street, Grand Anse, Victoria Street, Glendale, and Central Deputy Street, Wharf. Gittins Healthcare aims to provide an exceptional personalized pharmacy experience. Additionally, children under 5 and adults 55 years and over will enjoy 10% discount on purchases of $20 and over on prescription medication. Stop settling for less. Visit Gittins Healthcare, where your health is our priority.
Mobility, a common theme woven into the very fabric of human history. From ancient wanderers to modern explorers, our instinct to move, to seek something greater, and to grow has always driven us forward. Imagine a journey into pathways of boundless opportunities and endless possibilities. A collective future where the vibrant rhythms of the Caribbean, rich culture, and welcoming community create unforgettable experiences. Beyond citizenship by investment, we believe in our collective investment of time, resources, and energy that fosters innovation, creates jobs, and enriches lives, driving the growth of an entire nation. The Investment Migration Agency Grenada boasts over a decade of exceptional service and remains committed to guiding you toward global mobility and economic freedom through investment. Your journey becomes our shared story of progress and prosperity. This is an invitation to be part of something greater, something enduring. Begin your journey at imagrenada.gd. IMA Grenada. Unlock the possibilities.
Whether you're refreshing a bedroom or giving your home a bold new look, the Color Shop has the perfect paint and tools to make it happen, inside and out. With quality finishes for every surface and accessories to match, we make painting easy from start to finish. Whether it's a DIY weekend or a contractor starting a brand new project, the Color Shop is the trusted choice.
Level of convenience and comfort awaits you when you shop at Rise and Shine Supermarket and Hardware Supplies, Griffin Lane, Grenville. Convenient, because we are open Sunday to Sunday. We're even at your service on public holidays. Comfort, because we are easily accessible to the physically challenged. Free Wi-Fi is available while you shop, and bags come at no charge. Everyday low prices and excellent customer care. Adequate parking available. We supply everything you can possibly think of. Family and home supplies, fresh meat, vegetables, and personal care products. All brands of cooking gas at affordable prices. You can send in your order, have it pulled, or pick up express.
The Mass officially starts now as Spice Mass Cooperation together with Aura Caribbean is turning up the thing all the way up with Carnival City Fusion Thursdays. It all kicks off on Thursday, May 29th and continues every Thursday into June. We're bringing the vibes to the Port Louis lawn. Gates open 7 p.m. Action starts 8 p.m. Get ready for live performances from your favorite soca, groovy, and calypso artists, plus the sweet sounds of steel band, live bands, and all the mass elements you love. Veko, Jab Jab, Shortney, Moko Jumbi, Apache, and more. It's more than a line. It's a whole carnival experience. So grab your crew, bring the energy, and come let's celebrate where culture meets pure excitement. Carnival City Fusion Thursdays, Port Louis Lawn, beginning May 29th and continues every Thursday into June. Come, let's play a mass, cause the thing starts.
What if you had a choice? A choice of joining a line or a choice of making your purchases online? What would you choose? While you ponder on that, the National Lotteries Authority has provided another purchasing option. All their games are now available online. Yes, Grenadians, from wherever you are, purchase your favorite daily and jackpot type games using any electronic device. Register on the NLA's website at www.nla.gd. Top up your account and enjoy online lottery gaming at your convenience. We're taking shopping comfort up, up, up several notches, but the choice is yours. Join a line or buy online. NLA, make your dreams come true.
Good evening, sports fans. Grenada's Anderson Peters is set to compete in Kenya on Saturday. The double world men's javelin champion Anderson Peters is in Nairobi and set to compete on Saturday at the 2025 ABSA Kip Keino Classic, the sixth stop on the World Athletics Continental Tour Gold Series. After weeks of uncertainty over a suitable venue, the Kenyan capital is now ready to host top international and local track and field stars. First held in 2020, the Continental Tour Gold is an annual series of independent competitions recognized by World Athletics. The Kip Keino Classic joined the series in 2021 after receiving certification. On Monday, Athletics Kenya announced the installation of an air quality monitoring center at the Unlizi Sports Complex, the venue for this year's event. Peters, who claimed Olympic bronze in Paris 2024 and previously struck gold at the Doha 2019 and Eugene 2022 World Championships, is one of the event's key attractions. Decathlete Lyndon Victor is poised to make a long-awaited return to action this weekend at the globally acclaimed Hypo meeting in Austria. The two-day meet, taking place May 31st to June 1st, will be Victor's first outing since his historic bronze medal at the 2024 Paris Olympics. The meet forms part of the World Athletics Combined Events Tour Gold and remains a magnet for the world's top multi-event athletes. Victor, the Commonwealth Games champion and national record holder, will be the lone representative from the English-speaking Caribbean in the men's decathlon, carrying regional hopes on his shoulders. Known for his power, technical range, and competitive grit, he enters GOATSIS as one of the most consistent and dangerous contenders on the international circuit. The New York Knicks avoided elimination with a dominant 111-94 win over the Indiana Pacers on Thursday night at Madison Square Garden. New York never trailed and led by as many as 22 points to force a Game 6 on Saturday in Indiana. The Knicks were once again led by Jalen Brunson, who put up 32 points on 12 for 18 shoots, while Karl Anthony Towns supplied 24 points and 13 rebounds despite battling foul trouble. New York held Indiana to its lowest point total of the playoffs through relentless defense and a disciplined game plan. Meanwhile, Game 4 hero Tyrese Halliburton had a forgettable night, scoring just 8 points on 7 field goal attempts. The series now stands at 3-2 as the teams head back to Indiana for Game 6, when the Pacers will seek their first NBA Finals appearance since 2000. Game 6 is set for Saturday night in Indianapolis. The Oklahoma City Thunder, who dispatched the Minnesota Timberwolves in the Western Conference Finals 4-1, will host the East winner in Game 1 of the NBA Finals on June the 5th. More than 1,000 athletes representing local and regional clubs will converge at the Granny James Athletic Stadium for the 2025 edition of the Whitsuntide Games. The meet is set for June 7th and 8th. Organizers are expecting athletes from Barbados, St. Vincent and the Grenadines, Antigua, Guyana, and Trinidad and Tobago. The Whitsuntide Games was the region's premier athletic championship in the late 90s. President of the Grenada Athletics Association, Conrad Francis, says plans are well underway. The Games, according to Francis, have become a primary staple on the country's sporting calendar.
This was started in the 1950s and, it was handed down to present day. So we have a structure in which we follow, and based on that structure over the years, the Games has gone through a lot of challenges in the past. If we talk about Ivan and we talk about Beryl and so on. In fact, last year we had to cut short the Games to one day. I'm happy to announce that this year it is back.
Meanwhile, football fans haven't been left out, as the Grenada senior men's national football team is set to play an international friendly on Saturday against Anguilla in preparation for the upcoming World Cup qualifiers in June. The match will kick off at 7:00 p.m. at the Granny James Athletic Stadium.
The game on Saturday again, and I would urge that, the Grenadians come out it's a love. Just come out, show support, let the guys see that, you know, you have their backs. You know, once they see that, once they feel that, they would perform. And that's all we ask. And, you know, Saturday, next week, Wednesday, which is June 4th, we just look forward to the support. And going forward, we look forward to that continued support. And eventually, we will get the results we want.
That was the team's coordinator for the local football association, Shamar Mark. And that's what's been happening in sports. Now for a look at what's been happening around the region and the wider globe today. Barbadian students with U.S. student visas are being advised to proceed with their study plans as normal. This comes after the U.S. government paused the issuance of student visas. Minister of Education Sandra Husbands made the announcement at a press conference, suggesting that students considering overseas study may want to explore options in other territories. Additionally, Minister Husbands encouraged Barbadian students currently abroad to register with the country's embassies and consulates to help the government stay informed about their whereabouts.
Those persons who are seeking to further their education overseas, that perhaps they may want to be seeking out Canadian universities, other universities in Europe, other universities in the Caribbean, Latin America, wherever, to give themselves options just in case there is not a positive outcome from the stoppage on the U.S. student visas. It is very important if you are a Barbadian overseas for any length of time. We're not talking about 2 weeks holiday or 3 weeks holiday, but you're going to be out for a period of time. It's important for you to inform the embassy of your presence where you are. Why is that important? Should there be an emergency, should there be anything that is likely to impact you and they need to make contact with you, it's going to be important for them to be able to reach you. And more importantly, you need to have our numbers so that you can reach to us when you have an issue or a problem.
Sudan is facing a cholera outbreak that's killed more than 90 people in Khartoum in just 3 days. The health crisis is overwhelming a city that's already been devastated by more than 2 years of conflict between the army and paramilitary rapid support forces. Details in this report from Al Jazeera.
A cholera outbreak is spreading quickly across Sudan's capital, Khartoum. In the past 3 days, the health ministry has recorded dozens of deaths, with more than 8,500 suspected cases reported across Khartoum state alone. Health officials are warning the country stands on the brink of a public health catastrophe.
We have been assessing the pandemic situation in Khartoum as more cholera cases were rapidly reported over the past week. Close daily monitoring proved clearly that the number of cases is increasingly growing, from 100 cases per day up to 1,000 as of today. This is a proven pandemic infection, which requires swift and firm intervention on all fronts.
The crisis has been made worse by Sudan's conflict, now in its 3rd year. Drone attacks have targeted water purification stations. People have no choice but to use contaminated water sources. Power outages have added to the problem, and healthcare facilities are struggling to cope with the surge in patients. Doctors Without Borders says many health workers have been forced to flee, leaving the few remaining facilities overwhelmed.
My brother passed away and his son also died in Omdurman due to cholera infection. Thank God we acted quickly. They immediately began the disinfection process. Because we responded promptly and took swift action, the outcomes were much better.
And the situation has worsened since the return of thousands of internally displaced people to Khartoum, after the Sudanese army drove out the paramilitary RSF fighters from the capital in March. While many welcomed the relative calm, the mass movement of people threatens to accelerate the outbreak.
We were under siege, and we also suffered from power outages and a lack of water. We had to rely on seawater. Although I took all the necessary precautions to protect myself and my children, there was nothing more I could do, and in the end, I got sick.
Cholera is a preventable and treatable waterborne disease, but it can be fatal if left untreated. Aid agencies have delivered medical supplies to some hospitals, but they say far more resources are urgently needed. With cases now reported beyond Khartoum in northern and southern Sudan, officials are working to contain an outbreak that threatens to overwhelm an already devastated healthcare system. Axel Zaimovic, Al Jazeera.
That's what's been happening around the region and the wider world today. And now for a recap of the night's top headlines. Tropical storm Alvin forms, heightening hurricane season preparations. Mary G's vessel sets sail for Grenada after resolving issues in Venezuela. New directors elected to Grenada Cooperative Nutmeg Association Board. And in regional news, Barbados students told to proceed with U.S. study plans. Internationally, cholera outbreak in Sudan claims over 90 lives in just 3 days. And in sports, Knicks avoid elimination, extend series to Game 6, while Anderson and Linden to compete this weekend. If you missed any part of this newscast, there'll be a rebroadcast at 10 o'clock tonight. Continue to follow us online at www.gbn.gd or on GBN Television Facebook page and YouTube channel for these and other top stories. I'm Stasia Blake, and that's the news. Thank you for joining us. Have a pleasant weekend.